Maginaw, oh. Maginaw. Video.
That's it exactly, yeah. Yeah. Totally cool then. That's really awesome. Yeah, I can't take that seriously. It's like he's cosplay.
Sino? Ba? Ganun ba? Hindi ko ata kayo nakuha na ng picture eh. Ha?
Di ba magsak na naman aeroplano?
Di ba? Ayun ay.
American Airline pala. Di, Glenn. Eh, si Sharon mo. Sharon. Ano ba? Ano?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pearl Omiya. I'm Alex's wife of 16 years. I tend to be an emotional person, so we're gonna do our best today. So I wanted to first thank everyone for coming. It's a special day for all of us. And we're very lucky to have some very close friends and supporters of Alex to speak today to congratulate him on this amazing accomplishment. Sario was supposed to write something for me and he didn't. So, you know, I'm coming like myself. So, okay. So my friends back there, they all know. Like, this is what happens. Okay, so first up today will be Cherise Cleofe from the Philippine American Bar Association and the Unity Bar.
Hello everyone and good evening. I'm Cherise Cleofe and it is both overwhelming and a true delight to share this moment with each of you, to celebrate and congratulate Judge Alex P. Sario. For many of us here tonight, this event and his appointment to the bench is really a long time coming, but absolutely no surprise. I've known Alex for almost a decade now, through our work in PABA, the Philippine American Bar Association, and more recently through the Unity Bar. He has been a friend, a confidant, a mentor, and I've been grateful for the time we've known each other. Indeed, many of us here know Alex from different paths, and although each of us have found our way into Alex's life through those different ways, we each know him for his warmth, steadfast support, exemplary character, and amazing DJ skills. But most importantly for tonight and his new role as a judge in the LA Superior Court, Alex is also known for his humility and deep commitment to the community. Born into a hardworking immigrant Filipino family, the importance of hard work and perseverance has been ingrained in Alex from day one, and that came straight from his parents through their exemplary example. Growing up in diverse Bell Gardens, Alex being a part of a family that was the only Asian family in his neighborhood, he was molded to be someone who fought for individuals who were not marginalized. And he was molded and spurred to have a career in public service, particularly representing those from underrepresented communities with limited access. And to get to that point, he worked very hard, multiple jobs to get through college, and working full-time while going through law school. And to get from there to his success, he never forgot those who helped him along the way, and that helped inspire him to give back to the community. And out of that deep appreciation, Alex has really focused to uplift others, including students and his colleagues and members of the community. Through our time in PAVA and in the Unity Bar, I've witnessed Alex show his dedication to the community through his leadership and mentorship. And while he's often the first to volunteer, he shies away from the spotlight, instead letting his own service and work stand for itself and allowing others to shine. When challenging issues arise, I know, and everyone knows, Alex can always be counted on. He is steadfast, calm through a storm, someone who will always take your call and want to offer a helping hand. Alex's strength and leadership drives from his patience, his kindness. He is gracious with his time and reliable regardless of what he's going through. He listens intently and really makes you feel heard. Those are qualities that made him amazing as an advocate, reliable as a friend, and a true leader in the community. His work ethic, fortitude, humility made him an inspiration to many. Lastly, in closing, directly to Alex, I have been long honored and grateful to call you my friend. Tonight, I, along with everyone here and those who can make it, we are proud and thrilled to finally address you as your honor.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica Nzwadigi and I'm the alternate public defender of LA County. And recently I was Alex Sario's boss, but he has left me. I want to welcome all of you to this wonderful event. It is truly my honor to stand here today to celebrate an extraordinary person, an extraordinary individual, Alex Sario. In the great words of Father Greg Boyle, we should all seek a compassion that helps us find the awe in what the poor and marginalized have to carry, and not judgment on how they carry it. That quote reminds me of when I first met Alex. I was his supervisor at our alternate public defender office in the misdemeanor trial unit. And even then, it was clear to me that he was a defender of human rights. He carried himself with a deep sense of purpose and an unwavering compassion for those who struggled. He didn't just see clients or numbers or cases. He actually saw people as human beings. People who had burdens to bear, people who had stories to tell, and people who deserved to be treated with dignity. One day, we got to talking about that kindness and that empathy that he seemed to come so naturally to him. He told me about his family and how his parents had instilled in him this value of compassion and service and community. I think you're going to hear a lot about this because this is who Alex is. And then he also told me about his Jesuit education at Loyola High School, one of the most prestigious high schools in LA County, and a school that perfectly suited him because of the strong emphasis on public service and on the respect of your fellow man. He was also so proud of everything that he had learned there and with his family. And that struck a chord with me because I too was shaped by a sister school over one convent, and his sisters here all went there. Go Tigers! We laughed about how small the world is and about some of the same places, our stomping grounds in San Gabriel Valley, and it wonderful to hear his upbringing, the shared community of an immigrant background, our beliefs in hard work and education, and how we have come so far and we're here to help people. In that moment, I understood what made Alex a great lawyer and a great person, and till this day, he still is. Alex is the kind of attorney who always stepped up to do the most difficult cases. Whenever any supervisor asked him to take a case, he did not back down. Alex's legal career has been nothing short of remarkable. He began in the trenches, handling misdemeanors. Then he followed them with felony cases, fighting for those who had no one else to fight for them. Through skill, determination, and relentless preparation, he rose through the ranks. He handled all types of cases, all the way up into the most serious special circumstance capital cases. He didn't just develop trial skills by talking about it. He actually handled many cases. During his time at APD alone, he handled more than 60 felony trials. As a defense attorney, he had a reputation of being honest, sincere, and a zealous advocate for his clients. But Alex is more than just a skilled attorney. He is someone who gives of himself without hesitation. Whether mentoring young attorneys, helping his community, and stepping up to DJ, just like our holiday parties. Thank you for that. Alex has always been someone you can count on. Time and time again, he has demonstrated that serving others is not about power or prestige, but it is about the person. And that is the humility that has taken him so far, and that will be great as a fair and compassionate judge. Despite his demanding career, he has never lost sight of what matters most, and that's his family. He is a devoted husband, father, brother, and son. He loves cheering his kids, especially in swim meets, and ensuring that they too grow up understanding the values that have shaped him. And all through this, he has never lost his witty sense of humor. I love that about you, Alex. And now, as he steps into his new role as a judge of the California Superior Court, I can say he is absolutely ready. He is ready for this. He has been preparing his entire career for this moment, to be fair, compassionate, and serve with integrity. Today, we celebrate not just this achievement, but we celebrate you. The bench is gaining not just a legal expert, but a leader, a role model, and a person with true character. I am more than thrilled to say congratulations, Your Honor.
So much. Alex doesn't cry, so I will cry. So I would like to call up our last speaker, the presiding judge, Sergio Tapia. This is his courtroom, and we are very honored to have him come up and speak for us.
So a very good afternoon to everybody here. Welcome to the Los Angeles Superior Court. Although we are rebranding ourselves, we are now considered the Superior Court of Los Angeles County. It's going to take us some time to get used to that. I am thrilled to be here for a number of different reasons. First and foremost, because my friend, Judge Alex Sario, has joined the court. I don't know if anyone here knows this, but I first met Alex approximately 16 years ago. He was a relatively new lawyer. He had just been reassigned from downtown to working with Ms. Ansotegui, and was now assigned to the Pomona Courthouse. And I have to tell you, when I first met him, I thought, I don't know if he's going to make it. and I only say this because he's very reserved, very quiet when you first meet him, and it takes a little while to sort of peel back the layers and realize, oh, this guy's got it. Not only his sense of humor, but he's whip smart, compassionate, and he needed to do that because he was assigned to a courthouse and a district that is, I would say, challenging for a criminal defense lawyer. And I say that having been sentenced there for about 9 years before I got paroled. And Alex was just perfect because he had just the right temperament. He had the personality to survive in that type of environment, which challenged you every single day. And I remember, he probably does not remember this, but we would have conversations on occasion. I assumed he listened, I don't know, I've been here for a little longer than he had. But I often told him that one of the benefits of being in that type of challenging assignment is that it was going to make him a much better lawyer. And I see a couple lawyers that practice there. Mr. Cavalucci back there, he would nod his head and agree with me that it really causes you to sort of change the way you operate and make you better because you have to develop a different skill set in that type of environment. And I will tell you that I think Alex not only succeeded in doing that, and I'm sure you would agree with that statement, that it made you a better lawyer, but not only did it make him a better lawyer, it made him a superior lawyer. So that's one of the reasons I'm so happy and honored to be here, to be able to share this moment with my friend, because I still remember him as a very young lawyer. And if you had asked me back then that we'd be here today, celebrating his investiture, I would have laughed at you because I would have laughed at the fact that I'd be here too. But when I think back and I think about that young man that I first met, it all makes sense. Because everything that Kidoke said, that Senswategi said, they're all true. I mean, he is a remarkable person, remarkable human being, excellent lawyer, and he has all of the skills required to be a successful judge. So I see nothing but success on the horizon as a Superior Court judge for Alex Sario. There's another reason why I feel so privileged and honored to be here, and it's when I look out to this audience. I know Alex recognizes this because it's who he is, it's in his DNA. But sometimes it gets lost on some individuals, but no one here that I'm looking at right now. This accomplishment, as much as it is his accomplishment and his family's accomplishment, this really is a community accomplishment. All I have to do is have you look to the wall to the right and ask, do you see any Filipinos up there? Not a one. I ask, those are judges from our court that sat on the California Supreme Court, that came from this court. But there isn't a single Asian American, let alone a Filipino, on that wall. I'm going to ask you to turn to your left and look at that wall. That is the wall of all of the presiding judges of the Superior Court of Los Angeles County for the last 75 years. You will notice as you look down those rows, the first two, that it wasn't until the very end of that second row, which was about 10 years ago, that this court elected its first female presiding judge. Subsequent to that, a couple years later, its second. It took a couple more years before the first ever African American was elected presiding judge of the largest consolidated trial court in the nation. Judge Jessner over at the far left end at the bottom, the most recent presiding judge, first woman of color. I bring this up because Alex's accomplishment belongs to everybody in this room, but it belongs to so many people that are not in the room. That proud, strong, hardworking community that comes from the Philippines, that has invested so much in this country, never asking for anything back. Just putting your head down, working and contributing every single day through your work, your deeds, making this country a much more vibrant, beautiful place, and a place that I love to live in because of you. Alex is here because of that community. But let me share something with you because you are part of history right now. Very few Filipinos have served on this court. Alex is going to be the next one. And he will not be the last one. Okay, he will make sure of that. But I want you to think about this. I asked you to look at that wall to your left. You'll notice there isn't a single Asian American on that wall. But I have news for you. 2 years from now, the first Asian American face that sits on that wall will be Filipino. My dear friend and the current assistant presiding judge of our court, Judge Ricardo R. Ocampo, is proud of his heritage. And I feel so happy to know that when that first Asian American face gets put on that wall, it will be from your community, a Filipino American. And I'm even proud of the fact that it'll be a gentleman who is truly a remarkable human being and exemplifies your community, the hard work, the dedication. That is Judge Ocampo. He will be on that wall in 2 years as the presiding judge. And you know what? I foresee him blazing a path that will someday get others on that wall from the Filipino community, from the Asian American community. And you know what? It may very well be Judge Alex Sario. So I hope all of you recognize how much you have to celebrate today. It truly is so beautiful. And I know it gets a little, people say this all the time, oh, it's the American dream, but it truly is. Alex Sario today exemplifies the hopes and dreams of his family, his parents, his forefathers, foremothers, and an entire community. That's what he represents. He is the epitome of the American dream, and we should all stand up to cheer for him as I administer the oath. Come on. You're the judge. While he's doing that, I just have to make a comment. So, Ms. Answati actually spoke at my enrolling, and I have to tell you, she was not as gracious with me.
I've gotten better. Practice.
So I am truly honored and privileged to be able to administer the oath for my friend, my former colleague, and now my current colleague. Not only because he's just a wonderful human being, but I just love this guy. This guy is fantastic. So I am privileged to be able to do this. So, without further ado, please repeat after me. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Alexander Sario,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
California,
the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
You remembered it very good.
Okay, thank you, Judge Tapia, for welcoming all of us to your courtroom and allowing us to use this grand setting for my swearing in. Thank you to Judge Rico Campo, to Judge Yvette Verstigi, thank you for welcoming me into the LA Superior Court, or the Superior Court of Los Angeles County, and my new criminal assignment. As a new judge, there is apprehension wearing the robe, sitting on the bench, and you have both helped me with that transition and ease that transition. Along with Judge Carlos Dominguez and Judge Janice Sang, you have all made my entry to the bench less stressful and more thoughtful in the work we do on the bench. Thank you to our MC, Pearl O'Neill. For all your love and support. You are the foundation of our family. And to my 3 kids, Daisuke, Taiki, and Yumi, for your endless energy, your pride in my new job. Thank you, Sharice and Erica, for speaking today. To Erica, thank you for all your support and your leadership in APD to make it an outstanding office. Thanks for being my first supervisor in the office. Before I became a lawyer, I remember being told how difficult it was to be a public defender. No one likes you, he said. Not the prosecutor, not the judge, not the deputy, and most of all, your client. But what he failed to tell me was that when you go back to the office, your coworkers will be there for you. And I couldn't have asked for a better set of colleagues at the APD. To Sharice, thank you for your friendship and encouragement. We were in the car talking I was on in the car driving my kids to the pool, and I remember when we got off the phone, my kids were asking, who were you talking to? And I said, oh, that's Sharice. And I was able to tell them that you were a lawyer, that you were a partner at your firm. I was able to tell them how awesome you were. You are a role model, and I was so proud to be able to talk about you to my kids after we got off the phone. Thank you. And I also want to thank Governor Newsom and within his office, the appointment secretary, Luis Cespedes, Adam Hoffman. Their outreach efforts made the process less mysterious. And even as I submitted my application in 2019, it didn't seem so mysterious. It didn't seem as strange to go through the process. Some of the people who put up with me the longest have also traveled the furthest to be here. My mom from Texas, my family. Please hold your applause, this is a long list. My sister Christine, who flew in from Chicago, my sister Gospel from Maui, Evangeline, she's close by. Leslie's in Hawaii. Patrick flew in from DC. The only one not here is my father, who passed away 2 years ago, almost to the day. And we miss him. But thank you all for being here. Also to my extended family, my aunts and uncles, my titas and titos that are here, my cousins that I grew up with, they're also here. And thank you all for coming and supporting me today. Through this process, many organizations supported my application by sending letters of support. PABA, the Philippine American Bar Association, INFALA, the National Philippine American Lawyers Association, CALPABA, the California Asian Pacific American Bar Association, CAPAJA, the California Asian Pacific American Judges Association, and the LA County Unity Bar. When I joined PABA, my life as a lawyer increased. My life as a lawyer just got better. I was interacting with Filipino lawyers from all practice areas. And I'm truly indebted to the PABA board members for lifting me up through the appointment process. Every now and then, I would turn my attention for my judicial application, and then I would come back to it and wonder what was going on. I like to describe the judicial application like a black hole, because you submit dozens of pages, I spent maybe a year working on my application, and I heard nothing from the governor's office for 5 years. During those 5 years, PABA sent in a letter of support. And the organizations that I listed sent letters of support. Most recently, the Unity Bar sent a letter of support. But it wasn't just those formal letters, it was also the informal talks that I had with people about my application. These pep talks re-energized me along this marathon. It was Christine Gono who would take my call and my text. Judge Rob Veleza, who, when I would see in the courtroom, we would chat in chambers about things. Judge Janet Hong took a call for me and counseled me through the Jenny interviews and the LACBA interviews. Judge Tappy also fielded a call for me, and we talked a couple times. When I would see him at events, we would chat about the process. I talked to Judge Rojas and Sandy Rojas, his wife, and Brian Clevesia. The good thing about talking with those individuals is that we were going through the process at the same time. And we would compare notes. And it was almost like, we're in this together. Which one of us is gonna get it first? Brian, you got it first. No. Adrian, you got it. Adrian, you got it first. And then Brian, and then me. And it was such a joy to be able to go through that process with you guys together. Judge Ramirez Cisneros also talked me through some of this stuff. Judge Julian Racana supported me. Judge Brock Hammond, former colleague at APD. I want to thank all my colleagues, also from the Public Defender's Office, the DA's office, and the judges in the criminal courts where I did all my practice in Los Angeles County. Most recently, I was involved with the LA County Unity Bar. I want to thank the organizations that were involved in that group. APABA, Asian Pacific American Bar Association, BWL, the Black Women Lawyers Association, Italian American Lawyers Association, Japanese American Lawyers Association, Langston, Mexican American Bar Association, South Asian Bar Association, the Southern California Chinese Lawyers Association, and PABA. Such a mix of bar organizations. And when I first started getting involved, our meetings were literally weekly for, I want to say, 2 to 3 months. And I was the first one, I remember, because it was bothering me, I was one of the first on the Zoom calls to say, hey, can we slow down the meetings? Like, this is getting a little bit burdensome. But what I also realized was that the appetite for cooperation among bar associations was strong, it was alive, and it still thrives now with the LA County Unity Bar. I'm happy to be a part of that and to build fellowship with the Orange County Unity Bar as well. Judge Elizabeth Bradley was part of our group, Judge Stephanie Story, Judge Apinder Calra, Judge Jessica Kronstadt, Judge Paul Bachigalupo, and in Orange County, Judge Amber Costin, Judge Elia Nakfi. Angela Zanin is running it now, and I will stay involved. Diego Art is there, Gary Tokamori. Such a great group of individuals bringing it together. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I just want to finally share how incredible it was to be appointed, and the experience of the news that broke when I got appointed, how it became public through all my friends and family. Over the course of, I want to say, 2 hours to 12 hours in 2 days, I got hundreds of emails and texts and phone calls from across California. All of you texted me and sent me, messages of congratulations. And the only way I can describe it is that it felt like the community reached out to me and gave me a collective hug and said, congratulations, Alex. This is where you are. This is where you belong. And I don't know if any of you have ever felt a collective hug from the community before, but I wish that on you. I hope that one day you get to experience the joy of having all of your friends and family come out and just give you emotional support and share in good news. So thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you at the reception.
Susan?
Ano nang batas ka?
Hindi yung picture.
Alam ko, picture mo. Buti ba naman ako?